From the McCormick Gymnasium in Fargo, North Dakota. Good evening, everyone. I'm Connor Smith alongside my partner, Lane Hallock, as we get set for North Dakota High School boys basketball action as the Shanley Deacons prepare to take on the Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders. Boys varsity basketball on Shanley TV is presented in high definition by the Shanley Athletic Club, taking Deacon athletes to a higher level. So, Mr. Hallock, what are we expecting to see in this game?
Well, we're in for a battle here tonight, Connor. Both teams tied for fourth in the East, both 4 back from first. Both of them obviously want to get that win here to set them over the edge of the other one. We got a couple of great players out there on the floor tonight. On the Shanley side, we got Shane Downhauer, who's actually the 3rd in the EDC with free throw percentage after a great free throw showing in their last game against North.
Yeah, what a great game that was. Triple overtime.
Of course.
And they came out with a victory.
Yeah, crazy game. We got also Jacob Cava is the 2nd in the EDC with 3.8 steals per game. Don't let him into your convenience store.
Yeah, no kidding. This is a Shanley defense that takes pride in not letting the opposing team score points. Let's see if they can do that, against this high-scoring Rough Riders team.
Of course. Of course, the Rough Riders have some great players of their own with the 3rd best field goal percentage shooter in Paul Miller and some great points per game out of Brandon Hansen.
Yeah, Brandon Hansen, the senior, they'll try to get him going early. All-state football player as well, great athlete, something that's a theme on this Rough Riders basketball team.
Also a very tall team. Let's see how the Deacons can deal with this.
Yeah, compared to Shanley, obviously, not quite as tall. Or overall, experienced, very young team as well.
Of course, with a lot of upperclassmen playing for the Rough Riders.
Now we will take it down for the prayer and national anthem.
Good evening and welcome to the McCormick Gymnasium on the campus of Shanley High School for tonight's EDC boys basketball game featuring the visitors on the scoreboard, the Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders. And our home team, Shanley Deacons. We'd like to remind all fans that Shanley High School is a tobacco-free campus, so we ask that you refrain from smoking on the school grounds during your visit this evening. The concession stand and restrooms here at Shanley High School are located in the commons area. At this time, I ask that you please rise and remove all headwear, as Father Charles LaCroix will lead us in prayer.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Father, through your Son Jesus, you have made us your adopted sons and daughters, confident to call you Father. And we thank you, Father, for gathering us together here tonight for this contest. We ask you, as always, to be with us, watch over us, guide us, bless us, protect the players, keep them free from injury and harm, allow them to play to the best of their ability, and reward them for their efforts tonight. Let everything we do give you great honor, be pleasing in your eyes, and when the evening is through, help us to reach our homeward destinations in safety. Pray this in the name of your Son, Jesus, by the power of your Holy Spirit, you are God forever and ever. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Please remain standing as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And at this time, I'd like to draw your attention to the scores table as Shanley senior basketball player Devin Kleinman will read the sportsmanship creed.
And we are back. We'll be right back with the video as starting lineups are about to be underway. Lane Halleck, do you have any more stats for this upcoming game?
Oh, in fact, I do have a couple more stats for you, Connor. Thank you for asking. You know, Shanley, they're the third best. They have the third best scoring margin in the EDC, and that's quite the feat.
Well, especially considering where they rank in the EDC itself. How about Red River? They have that pretty efficient offense, high scoring.
Of course. It will be great to see them match up, both being ranked fourth. Should be a clash of the Titans tonight.
Absolutely. Very important game in terms of, seeding within the EDC, which is coming up in just a few weeks here. And now for tonight's starting lineups.
First for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Red River Rough Riders, starting at a guard, a 5'8" junior.
For the Rough Riders, starting at a guard, a 5'8" junior, Cody Robertson.
Starting at a guard for the Deacons, a 5'8" senior, number 2.
At guard for the Deacons, number 2, Devin Kleiman.
At another guard for Red River, a 6'6" junior, number 11, Austin Slaughter.
At another guard for the Deacons, a 6-foot senior, number 12, Shane Downhour.
At forward for Red River, a 6'3" senior, number 14, Carson Dennis.
At another guard for the Deacons, a 6-foot sophomore, number 14, Cam Seville.
At a forward for the Rough Riders, a 6'5" senior, number 23, Tanner Soline.
At forward for the Deacons, a 6-foot sophomore, number 40, Jacob Cava.
At center, the big man in the middle for the Rough Riders, a 6'6" senior, number 32, Paul Miller.
And at center for the Deacons, a 6-foot senior, number 44, Kevin Wolf.
A lot of height in this Rough Riders starting lineup.
Definitely an advantage they'll have over the shorter Shanley lineup.
We'll see that Shanley tenacity coming out, though.
That's something they'll need to succeed against a team like this. They can put up points fast. More of a scrappy mindset for the Deacons.
Of course, as always, a bit of a younger squad, been playing with a chip on their shoulder all season.
Yeah, just as we saw, on Tuesday with that very intense game against Fargo North, all the way down to the wire in triple overtime.
The jump between the Austin Slaughter, the 6'6" junior, and Cam Seville. Let's see if Cam can out-jump the taller Rough Rider.
And we're off as Red River wins the tip. Bringing up the court is number 10, Cody Robertson. Gets it to 11, Slaughter. To 23, Soline, back to Slaughter. Passes out to Robertson, back to Slaughter. The shot is no good, but Slaughter gets the rebound. Great move inside. Doesn't quite get it to fall as Seville gets the rebound.
And it seems that zone defense is working exactly how it's meant to.
And Deacons give away a possession off the foot of Downhour.
Connor, it's supposed to keep them from getting the ball inside, but let them shoot those long-range shots and test out their skills.
Yeah, it's definitely something, Shanley's going to have to do with their lack of height. Robertson takes it up the court. To Soline, to Slaughter, back to Soline. To Robertson. Into Miller. Out to Slaughter. Takes it in. Great take from the Rough Rider.
Great shot by Slaughter there.
Something they have to capitalize those easy lanes as Kleiman with the ball. Downauer. Drives and is fouled.
Good call on the floor.
Fouls on number 14, Carson Dennis. First personal, first team foul as Kleiman gets it to Cava. Out to Cava, to Kleiman for the three. It's no good, and Robertson gets the rebound and is fouled by Downauer. Two quick fouls called here in this in the early part of the game with 16:27 left in the first half.
The defense definitely showing to start off the game here, Connor.
Slaughter taking the ball up the court. To Robertson. Back to Robertson. To Slaughter. Out to Dennis. Back to Robertson. To Solim. Into Slaughter again. And his shot falls as Red River takes a 4-0 lead. Kleiman taking the ball up the court. To Cava. Over to Downauer. Into Wolf, the baseline. He's double teamed. Still takes it. Great move by Wolf.
He is known for that, jumping around in the pivot foot, never giving up, putting one in. What a great effort by the senior.
As Robertson takes it for the Rough Riders. Gets it to Slaughter. Into Miller. Steal by the Deacons. Kleiman up to Downauer, who takes the three, and that's a little off the mark. With Wolf with the rebound, and is fouled. Another great effort from number 44, Kevin Wolf.
One of the top offensive rebounders in the EDC, bringing another one down.
What he's good at yet again as we watch the instant replay.
You know, he's one of those posts, he doesn't quite have the height, but man, does he work for it.
And he certainly makes up for it with his effort as he'll take his first of 2 free throws. First one is good. On Tuesday, the Deacons' free throw shooting came in clutch for him down the stretch in triple overtime against Fargo North. See if they can continue that streak today. As Wolf sinks the second. Robertson into Slaughter. Back to Robertson. And back to Slaughter as they move the ball up the court. Miller with the shot. That's no good. The Rough Riders get the rebound. To Slaughter. To Solim. Pick a Slaughter at the top of the key to Robertson. Deacons look like they come out with a steal. Seville with the ball. Out to Downauer. Thought about the shot. Into Wolf, who gets another 2 points for the Deacons.
A great lay in there.
As we watch the replay, Wolf with all 6 of the Deacons' points thus far. Robertson. Solim. Back to Solim. Into Miller, who gets the nice feed to Robertson. Couldn't quite finish it off, but he takes the shot anyways, and it's good. Great step-out jumper from Robertson.
It's a nice smooth shot. The Deacons have to watch out for that one.
To Cava with the shot. Contested, and it's good. All of a sudden, we have a surplus of scoring from both sides. Robertson with the ball. To Slaughter. To Robertson. Downward got the tip, but the Rough Riders retain possession. Robertson. Dennis into Miller, and he gets the go.
Some good passing by the Rough Riders, and they're inside the lane, weaving it through people.
Seville to Cava. Out to Downauer. Back to Cava, who drives and is rejected by Miller. Great defense by the Rough Riders as we get to see the replay. Cava didn't have a chance there, did he, Lane?
No, he did not. Tried jumping up into 2 players that were quite a bit taller than him and did not come down in his favor.
We'll see if that's a theme as the game continues. Dennis to Slaughter as the Rough Riders matriculate the ball back up the court. Slaughter dribbling the ball around to Dennis, out to Solim. Great take by Carson Dennis for 2 as the Rough Riders take a 2-point lead. Seville out to Cava. Downhour. Downhour drives, gets it back to Wolf. Another crazy shot from Wolf, and that goes.
Gee, he is just dumping it in there like the ball is a magnet.
As we see the replay. Rough Riders will retain possession.
That's Wolf with 8 of Shanley's 10 points.
Great effort so far from the senior. As Slaughter has the ball and gives it to Dennis. Over to Solim, back to Dennis. Slaughter's open for the 3, takes it, and it's a little bit off the mark. Wolf with the rebound. Cava to Seville, who drives. Great take from the sophomore.
Dishing it in there. The Deacons are not afraid to drive inside.
This, in spite of the height that they're going against here. As Pauline's pass is rejected by Wolf, somehow the Rough Riders get back possession. Slaughter driving. Another great take from number 11, Austin Slaughter. Cava to Downhour. To Reinholtz.
Reinhold's coming in the game after a bit of time off with an injury.
And what a great take. But a charge is called against Reinholtz. As we see the replay, Dennis had his feet set and took the charge for the Rough Riders.
Great play by the Rough Riders. Usually you don't see a taller player getting in there and planting for a charge. Usually you see him trying to man up for the swat.
As you see, the Deacon's second team foul, Reinholtz is first. Polynice over to Solim, who thought about the 3. Now he's taking the 3, and it's a little bit off the mark. Rough Riders with the rebound. Great play by number 22, Carter Rokamp, to retain possession for the Rough Riders. Great hustle play. As Kleiman checks in for the Deacons.
Kleiman may be one of the smaller players in the Deacons team, but boys, he's scrappy.
And he came in very clutch for the Deacons their last game against Fargo North, hitting nearly all of his free throws down the stretch. Dennis.
He's shooting over 90% from the free throw line.
Dennis driving to Rokamp, who's rejected, but a foul is called against the Deacons. As we see the replay. Foul on Wolf. Shooting 2 is Rokamp. With just over 11 minutes left in the first half. Red River and Shanley are tied as Rokamp misses the first free throw. He also misses the second. Wolf with the rebound. Reinhold's taking the ball off the court for the Deacons.
Opts to take it.
Fadeaway doesn't fall. Rokamp with the rebound.
He was determined to do some damage on that play there.
Great feed from the Rough Riders, but that couldn't quite go for Dennis. Seville with the ball. He takes a pull-up jumper, and that bricks off, but Rhinos with the rebound. His shot doesn't fall either. Rokamp with another rebound. He's driving. Out to Polynice, whose shot is a little bit off. Rokamp with the rebound, and is fouled again. Another effort from Rokamp, making the difference so far here in this game.
Cava with the great play to attempt to block the shot, but ends up fouling.
Yeah, foul call on Cava. That's his fourth team foul.
The game's been a little chippy so far between the two teams. Let's see if this continues to escalate as the game goes.
As Rokamp hits the first of 2. Checking in for the Deacons, Crispin and McKeever. Back in for the Rough Riders, 32, Paul Miller. Rokamp's second free throw is off the mark. Crispin with the rebound and gets it to Seville.
Good effort by Crispin to get to the ball before it gets out of bounds.
Seville wants a screen from Crispin to Kleiman. Thought about the shot, gets it to Crispin, who drives out to Seville, and his shot is off the mark. Slaughter with the rebound. Slaughter drives. Shot is not good. Kleiman with the rebound.
The interception by Kleiman.
To Kleiman, thought about the three. To Reinholtz, who is fouled. Looked like by Dennis.
Also number 22, Carter Rokamp, first
Oh, it's on
personal,
Rokamp.
third team foul.
First personal, third team foul. As Reinholtz will take two. Let me see the replay. Reinholtz's drive to the basket.
Yeah, I don't know if his feet were planted there, Connor.
Good call by the refs as Reinholtz misses his first free throw.
Number 4, Zach Noah.
In for the Deacons, Zach Nowak. And Reinholtz's second free throw is good. And with 9:40 left in the first half, the game is tied at 13. Slaughter takes the ball up the court. Paulinese back to Slaughter. Out to Rokamp. Kleiman with the steal after the Nowak tip. Caleb with the pull-up three. Crispin. And the Deacons were called for a foul. As we see the replay. Fouls on Jake McKeever, his first 15 foul.
Deacons with a couple of steals here in the last couple of minutes here, but can't quite always get in the basket.
They're really going to need those quick hands. They want to stay in this basketball game. Dennis, Paulinese to Slaughter, back to Dennis, into Miller, who had a height mismatch against Reinholtz and took advantage of it as he goes for two. Kleiman to Crispin, out to Reinholtz. With 8:45 left, and Red River up by 2. Reinholtz looking for open lane, can't find one. Gets to Crispin. Back to Reinholtz. Moves to the basket. Great move by Reinholtz. Great finish at the rim.
Wow, that was quite the move. I don't know how you defend that one.
Great strong left hand from Reinholtz. As a Rough Rider pass is tipped out of bounds. We have a line change for the Deacons. In for Shanley is Downhour, Seville, Cava, and Wolf.
In for the Rough Riders, Braden Ripplinger and Cody Robertson.
Dennis will inbound. Gets to Robertson. Paulinese. To Dennis. To Ripplinger. Back to Paulinese. Takes the three. And that's good for the Rough Riders.
Smooth shot. The Deacons might have to get out and guard him on the three-point line.
Definitely be priority in the next possession as Cava gets it to Seville. To Cava, into Wolf, who drives. Another creative shot from Wolf, doesn't go in. Miller with the rebound. Dennis with the ball. Who drives, but travels.
Took a few too many steps trying to jump over to the hoop there.
Maybe trying to get a little too creative for the Rough Riders. As Seville takes the ball up the court for the Deacons. To Cava. Downhour gets open on the basket, couldn't quite finish, and Miller gets the rebound.
Great cut. Deacons just not being able to drop in the last few buckets.
Robertson with the ball. To Ripplinger, back to Robertson. Back to Ripplinger, takes the three, and that's off the mark. And Nowak gets the rebound for the Deacons. Great hustle from the Shanley senior.
A good job for him to out-physical Ripplinger to get the ball.
Downhour driving and is fouled. As we see the replay, the foul is on Robertson. His first, fourth team foul. As Seville will get the ball in for the Deacons. Gets it to Downhour. Takes the shot. Nice pull up from Downhour. Robertson. Dennis, back to Robertson. To Polynice. To Dennis. Back to Robertson. Into Polynice, who drives and is fouled. It's the 16th foul for the Deacons, getting close to the bonus with just over 6.5 minutes left in the first half. That foul is on Kavats, his second. And Polynice sinks the first of 2 free throws. See the replay.
Tanner Solom and Austin Slaughter checking in for the Rough Riders.
Reynolds is in for the Deacons. Polynice gets his second to fall as Seville takes the ball up the court for the Deacons. Seville, the top of the key, drives and is fouled. $15 foul for the Rough Riders. Fouls on 23, Solheim. His first team foul, or his first personal foul. As Seville will inbound for the Deacons. Gets it to Downhour, who goes over and back. And the Rough Riders will have possession.
Lob pass just a little too long for Downhour to get behind the line.
As you see the replay, sloppy plays, not something the Deacons are going to be able to survive against this very efficient Rough Riders offense. So Robertson takes the ball up the court. Over to Slaughter. To Polynice. To Robertson. To Solim, who takes the deep three. And that's good for the Rough Riders. Great shot from Tanner Solheim as Nowak has the ball for the Deacons. Great move. And is fouled as he tries to get to the rim.
Nowak trying to be Steph Curry with some great ball handles out there.
And boy, is he doing it. Foul on 32, Paul Miller. 16 foul with 5:55 left in the first half. And the senior's first free throw is off the mark. McKeever in for the Deacons. And Dennis back in for Red River. Nowak's second free throw is good. As Shanley decreases the gap to 5 with 5:52 left in the first half.
A little bit of a difference from their last game, scoring 99 against North.
Dennis. Polynice, who takes the three. Great pull-up shot from Polynice. Nice step back as Seville quickly gets the ball up the court for the Deacons. He drives, gets it to McKeever, and a charge is called against the Deacons. It's the second one that Dennis has drawn as we see the replay. That's Seville's first. That's the 17th foul for the Deacons. As Robertson takes the ball up the court, gets it to Slaughter. Out to Polynice. To Solim. To Robertson. Robertson with the handles. Over to Dennis. Polynice. The play clock rolling down. Slaughter drives. And a foul is called on the Deacons. See the replay. Great athletic move from Slaughter, though.
Slaughter taking 2 steps to travel the distance. It would take me about 5, Connor.
Absolutely. As Slaughter will shoot the bonus. His free throw is off as Reynolds gets the rebound. Up to Seville. Gets to Downhauer. Back out to Seville. Deacon's struggling to get open. Downhauer with the ball. He drives and does turn the ball over. Robertson with the ball. 4:30 left. Rough Riders are up by 8. Slaughter with the ball. Let's see if Deacons can contain his athleticism. And once again, they cannot. As his step back jumper is good. Seville.
He is hot right now. The Deacons have to find a way to cool him off.
They definitely cannot stop him at the moment. As Nowak has the ball, gets to Reinholtz. The Downhauer, who drives out to the open Seville, whose shot is off the mark. Slaughter with the rebound to Robertson, who hurries down the court. And a foul is called on Seville. The crowd not happy with that call as we see the replay. Quite the swat by Seville. That's a second foul, 19 foul.
Seville was out to do damage with that one there.
Maybe a little too much damage as it happened. And the Rough Rider lead will stay at 10 at the moment. As Coach Alderman will take a timeout, the first timeout of the game. If you've enjoyed watching our ShanleyTV.com broadcasts, please consider making a donation to help us continue to bring you quality programming. We rely on donations to bring you every broadcast, and we need your help to continue to improve the quality of our productions and to add new features for you, the viewer, to enjoy. If you are interested in donating, please contact Joel Shuey at 701-893-3225. Again, that's Joel Shuey at 701-893-3225. Thank you for watching, and thanks for your support of Shanley TV. So, Lane, what do we have in the stats category at the moment?
Well, in the stats category, we've got obviously the Deacons' leading scorer is Kevin Wolf, who led off the game with all the Deacons' points, but it's been cooled off a little bit here as he's been taking a bit of a breather. But now checking back into the game. And obviously, Austin Slaughter has been great here.
He's been
on this
uncontainable
run.
so far for the Rough Riders. Absolutely.
Exactly. Hopefully these switches for the Deacons can contain him. If not, this game could get out of hand.
As Robertson hits his second free throw. Reynolds with the ball. It's to Downhauer. To Nowak, who drives and gets it into Wolf, who is rejected at the rim by Solim. Great defense by the Rough Riders once again. As Robertson has the ball, it's to Slaughter. Out to Dennis. To Solim. To Dennis, to Slaughter. To Robertson at the top of the key. And the shot is no good from Solim. Great rebound from Rokamp, but he can't quite get the putback to go.
Jake McKeever, the young player for the Deacons, with a great swat down under and grabbing the ball.
And Rokamp gets the ball for the Rough Riders. He drives out to Solim. To Robertson. To Rokamp, who hits the three. The senior making great plays out there as Downhauer drives. His shot doesn't fall. Rokamp with another rebound. Slaughter. Reinholtz comes up with the
Oh,
ball.
wow!
Great move from Reinholtz. And
Amazing!
the finish. That's what the Deacons need from Reinholtz as we see the replay. Great move from the junior.
If that's not the spark that the Deacons need, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's still a 12-point game with 2:15 left in the first half. Slaughter for Robertson, who takes the three. McKeever with the rebound. gets it to Reinholtz. It's the kind of guy the Deacons want to have the ball right now. Gets it to Downhour. To Reinholtz. To McKeever. To Nowak, who drives. Another charge is called against the Deacons. That's the third of the game. See the replay. Rokamp's feet were definitely set. He was ready to take that charge. Foul on Nowak, his first.
Obviously something that this Red River team has practiced, and they are good at it.
Absolutely, as Crispin checks in the game for the Deacons. Robertson to Solim. Back to Robertson to Slaughter. Slaughter again. Travel's called against the Rough Riders. With 1:36 left in the first half, Deacons looking for some quick points. Try to get some momentum going into the second half. Nowak has the ball. Looking for an open Deacon, gets to Downhour. He drives. Tried to get a fancy pass to the defense. Rokamp steps out for the three. And that's a little bit off the mark. Nowak with the ball. Drives and is fouled. It's like by Robertson. And Nowak will go to the line to shoot the bonus.
Fouls on number 10, Cody Robertson, second personal 17.
That's Robertson's second 17 foul.
Zach Nowak checking in, Jordan Pollinies.
Pollinies checking in for the Rough Riders.
Lots of fouls on both sides here on the first half.
Yeah, let's see how if the free throw shooting can keep up with the fouls, as Nowak's first free throw is no good. Solim with the rebound, gets it to Slaughter. To Pollinies. Slaughter, back to Pollinies. Rokamp. And the Deacons are called for the foul.
Wolf making a play on the ball, called for the foul.
Fouls on number 44, Kevin Wolf, second personal.
That's his second.
Shooting the double bonus, number 21, Jordan Pollinies.
Pollinies is shooting a double bonus with 59.5 seconds left in the first half. And his first of two is good.
Back in the lineup for Red River, number 0, Peyton Riplinger.
Riplinger checking in for the Rough Riders.
As Pollinies' second free throw is off the mark. Kristen with the box out on the rebound. Nowak taking the ball up for the Deacons. Downhour. Wolf calling for the ball. There's those post moves. He couldn't get his shot to go. And Pollinies with a great rebound. Riplinger now with the ball. The Rough Riders taking their time. Timeout called
Timeout taken
by the Rough Riders.
Now, Connor, why do you think that they took the timeout here?
Well, they have with 25 seconds or 26 seconds left in the shot clock. 29 seconds left. They're gonna set up probably a play that takes some longer time to develop to take the clock down to end the first half. It would have end the first half with some momentum. Meanwhile, in related sports news, Fargo South Shanley versus Red River. End of the first period. Red River is up 5-0 against the South Shanley team.
Then, of course, the hockey game tonight also being played between the Rough Riders and the Deacons.
This game will be a little bit more close than the hockey game at the moment. As the Rough Riders will have possession.
Deacons looking to get the ball back, get a little bit of a spark going in here before going back to halftime.
Slaughter. In no hurry whatsoever. Solim to Rokamp. Into Slaughter. Great feed from Slaughter, but Rokamp couldn't quite get the handle with 5 seconds left. Nowak. And Downhour's buzzer beater didn't quite fall for the Deacons. Your halftime score, 33-20, Red River. Lane, what do we have for leading first half scorers?
Oh, you know, Connor, we got some top scorers for the Rough Riders. Obviously, Austin Slaughter had quite the run going there towards
Indeed.
the end with a lot of dump ins and just being kind of an unstoppable
The
force.
Deacons have not been able to contain him at all.
With the tall player. And obviously, Jordan Polonese scoring a couple of threes for the Rough Riders and drawing a couple of fouls, getting some free throws. He's been scoring quite a bit off the bench for them. And for the Deacons, obviously, Kevin Wolf had started off the game very hot. He's still their leading scorer with 8, but it seems that the Rough Riders have figured out that their height can stop him a little bit. Let's see if some of his unbalanced shots will drop again in the second half.
Yeah, well, that's an extra storyline to watch in the second half.
And of course, also for the Deacons, we have another score.
For girls basketball, Red River and Shanley also playing. The Raiders trail Shanley at half, 19-27. Quite the low-scoring affair. As we will send you to halftime, 13-point game in favor of the Rough Riders. And we're back. Lane Halleck, what do you expect to see in the second half from these two competing basketball teams?
Oh, I expect the Deacons to come out firing away. The Deacons were down in their game against North, but forced into triple overtime. They've seen some deficits in their time, and they are not scared.
Absolutely. You know, I'd love to see another triple overtime game. That'd be a nice, solid amount of excitement like we saw on Tuesday.
Of course, and I have no bedtime tonight. Some stats for the game today. Leading scorer for the Rough Riders, Austin Slaughter with a check 10 points on the night. And also Jordan Polanese off the bench coming in dropping 9 for them. And for the Deacons, they are led by Kevin Wolf, who is 8. And then Jacob Reinholtz, who's come off the bench off of an injury. This is his first game back, and he's put on quite the spectacle.
Absolutely. You know, Reinholtz has had a great, exciting performance.
Oh, we're joined by a celebrity guest tonight. Chris Kleiman is in the stands. Of course, the father of Devin Kleiman.
Seville for the Deacons' first possession. Downhour. Over to Cava, to Wolf. Some fancy footwork from Wolf, gets it out to Downhour. Nice dribbling from Downhour. Couldn't quite get it to fall, but he'll go to the line for 2.
Some more fancy moves by the Deacons.
As we get to see the replay here. Great crossover from Downhour. Foul on Dennis, his second first team foul. And Downhour's first shot is good.
It's like these Deacons don't even plan on practicing their free throws in practice. They get enough in during games.
That's very true. See if he can make a second. And that's no good. Maybe they should practice some more and practice. Great play from Cava, though. Great hustle for the Deacons. See the replay. A rare offensive rebound on a free throw.
That's just showing you how scrappy that this Deacon team can be.
Yeah, they're really willing to do anything, you know, get the ball back. As Kleiman inbounds to Cava. To Downhour. To Kleiman, who drives. Nice little floater, and it's good from Kleiman. Great move from the rather diminutive senior. A steal to Downhour. And it's good for the Deacons.
Kleiman flying all over the court, making
Exactly
plays
what they
for
needed.
days.
As Robertson hustles down the court. Great feed to Miller, and that shot is good. Great answer from the Rough Riders.
Great way to start off the half. Both teams scoring, both teams coming out, all guns a-blazing.
Seville drives. Interesting take, no foul called. Robertson with the ball. He drives as well, and that's good for the Rough Riders. Going 4 for 4 against 4 against the Deacons so far in the second half. Kleiman thought about the 3. It's to Cav who gets it to Downhour. Out to Kleiman for the open 3. A little off the mark. Wolf, the scrappy rebound. Great hustle from the senior, and fouls called against the Rough Riders.
That's already 3 fouls on the Rough Riders in under 2 minutes to start off the half.
You know, as we saw against Fargo North, that's not something the Rough Riders want to be getting into.
We saw in that game a couple of the better players for North fouling out, having to end up putting a lot of players who don't play very much for North. Hopefully the Rough Riders don't fall in the same trouble.
As Wolf, it's a nice take. Robertson with the shifty handles to Miller. And the shot is good from Solheim. Great shot from the senior guard as Seville steps back and shoots off the mark. Polanese with the rebound. He gets to Slaughter. Quick hands from Kleiman. Downhour drives. It's fouled. And gets the and one for the Deacons.
These Deacons are not afraid to drive, draw the foul, score some points.
We see Kleiman is just energizing this Deacon squad as you see the instant replay.
Subbing in for Red River, number 22, Carter.
Subbing in for Red River, 22, Rocamp. Downauer will take his free throw to try to cut the deficit to 10. And that free throw is good for the Deacons. Slaughter gets it to Robertson.
Good looking full court defense by the Deacons.
But a foul is called on the full court press, something they have been utilizing lately.
Fouls on number 14, Cava.
Fouls on Cava as we see the replay.
First team foul.
It's the first team foul. Cava's third though. You might want to watch out in that category.
Full timeout.
If you've enjoyed watching our Shanley TV broadcasts, please consider making a donation to help us continue to bring you quality programming. We rely on donations to bring you every broadcast, and we need your help to continue to improve the quality of our productions and to add new features for you, the viewer, to enjoy. If you're interested in donating, please contact Joel Shuey at 701-893-3225. Again, that's Joel Shuey at 701-893-3225. Thank you for watching, and thanks for your support of Shanley TV. So, Lane, what have we seen so far?
Well, you know, with 15:31 left to play in the half, the Deacons have come out firing away, but the Rough Riders have been matching their intensity equally. They're going to need to find a way to start pulling away here if they want to equal out the score down 10.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, so far, Rough Riders really demonstrating that offensive efficiency that they are known for.
Let's see if they can easily break the press here after a timeout talking with the coach.
Yeah, pretty strong press for the Deacons so far. Slaughter with the ball. Polonies back to Slaughter. Robertson with a spin. But he's called for the travel.
Trying to get a little too fancy with his moves, forgets to pass the ball out there.
As Seville takes the ball up the court. Out to Reinholdt, who drives. Couldn't quite get the roll. And a foul is called against the Deacons. So you see the replay. That's the fourth team, or the first.
Fouls on number 21.
Excuse me, that's fouls on Polonies for the Rough Riders. It's already the 15th foul for the Rough Riders of the half. That's his third. It's Downauer with the ball.
Rough Rider coach Kirby Crafting might have to be looking to take some players out to save them from fouling out in this game.
Yeah, Seville takes the crazy shot. It's no good. Slaughter with the rebound. Polonies to Robertson. Out to Solim, whose three ball does not fall for the Rough Riders. Downauer taking the ball off the court. He drives and can't quite get the bucket. Slaughter hustling down the court. To the open Polonies. His shot isn't good and he goes out of bounds. Checking in for Red River 14. Carson Dennis. And in for the Deacons is Chrisman.
Both teams scoreless since the last timeout called by the Rough Riders. Let's see if Crispin checking in for the Deacons can allow some points to be scored.
You know, he's got that dangerous three ball. Let's see if the Deacons can take advantage of it. Reinholdt driving. Couldn't quite get the pass to sneak through that defense.
Ball played a little bit of pinball down there, ends up in the Rough Rider hands.
Nice move from Slaughter. And his shot is good. See if he can get going again for the Rough Riders. Reinholdt's already in for the Deacons. What a move from Reinholdt. Great finish from the junior. Slaughter. To Dennis. To Robertson. Solim. Robertson calling for the ball. Brokamp fighting, and foul is called on the Deacons.
Fouls on number 40, James Cava. That's his fourth personal. Second
Foul
team
on
foul.
Cava.
Seville and Wolf back in for
It's
the
his fourth
Deacons.
personal foul.
Miller
Second team
back
foul
in
of the
for
half.
Red River.
Seville and Wolf checking in for the Deacons.
Slaughter will inbound for the Rough Riders. And timeout is called on the Rough Rider bench.
30-second timeout.
Don't forget to join us tomorrow, Saturday, January 13th, as we'll have girls and boys varsity basketball versus Devils Lake right here on Shanley TV. Coverage begins with the girls' game at 3 p.m., followed by the boys' game at 5. To view all of our upcoming broadcasts, go to shanleytv.com and click on the upcoming broadcast tab.
You know, Connor, with 13-17 left in this half, the Deacons are really going to have to get a push going here because it seems like every time that they're scoring that the Rough Riders are answering back in kind.
You know, yeah, if not even scoring more. Yeah, Shanley's going to have to step up their defense right now.
They're going to have to get some of their crazy shots to drop or start taking a little bit better choices.
And the three ball is not really going for the Deacons either, as Dennis will inbound for the Rough Riders. It's it into Robertson. To Rokamp. To Dennis, back to Robertson. To Slaughter. To Robertson. To Dennis, out to Rokamp, who takes the three. And boom goes the dynamite. Great shot from Rokamp as the Rough Riders take a 13-point lead. Crispin out, trying to answer, and that's good for the Deacons!
A laser shot buried in there by Crispin.
Exactly what the Deacons needed to stay in this game. Still 10 points back with 12:37 left in the game.
That shot even bringing a little bit of life into the student section.
Rokamp, who takes another three. That doesn't fall. Crispin with the rebound. Oh, a steal by Slaughter. And what a play for the Rough Riders.
Crispin not looking where he's passing, goes straight into Slaughter's hands.
Block called. Robertson not happy with it.
Robertson's feet not planted though.
As Seville will inbound. Keep in mind that is the sixth team foul on the Rough Riders of the half. Well, they will have to watch their foul numbers.
Last foul's on Cody Robertson. That's his third.
A little bit of a mix-up at the scores table.
It's the third foul called on Robertson. Seville tried to get sneaky with the pass, couldn't quite sneak it in there as Robertson has the ball for the Rough Riders. Rokamp. Deacons don't leave him open as he drives. Nice move, couldn't quite to follow. Miller with the rebound and putback for the Rough Riders.
Full timeout taken.
And Coach Alderman takes a timeout for the Shanley Deacons. As you see the replay, great play by Miller.
Deacons allowing the Rough Riders to go on a little bit of a run here. And right after Crispin's three also, I thought that answer back would really help the Deacons spark a little bit of life into
Yeah,
them.
this run is not what the Deacons need right now. Down by 14 with 11:56 left in the game.
Wolf has 10 points for the Deacons, leading them, but the story of the night so far for us has been Austin Slaughter with 14. Really looked at that, one of the largest guys on the court, really looking like a man among boys out there.
Yeah, he's more nimble than you'd expect. And
Really
a great
bringing
shooter as well.
Of course, really bringing the power when he has to, though.
Something the Deacons can't quite figure out how to stop. Don't forget that you can connect with Shanley TV on social media. Get the latest updates plus reminders about upcoming broadcasts. Like our Facebook page today at facebook.com/ShanleyTV and follow us on Twitter at ShanleyTV. Coming out of the break, looks like the Deacons are going to want to get back into this game with the clock winding down in the second half.
With 11:56 left, the Deacons are really going to have to get something going here and really get a little life spark to not stay so still in the water.
McKeever will inbound for the Deacons. Seville. Back to McKeever. Over to Downhour. To McKeever. To Reinholtz. To Seville. Back to Reinholtz. To Seville. To Reinholtz. To McKeever. Downhour now. Reinholtz with the ball yet again. Fadeaway jumper does not fall. Rebound by Slaughter for the Rough Riders.
Slaughter being a great all-around player here for the Rough Riders.
Absolutely on both sides of the ball as Robertson has the ball. Gets to Slaughter. Into 14, Dennis. Shot couldn't quite go. Reinholtz. Tried the reverse layup, couldn't quite get it. Miller with the rebound. Robertson hustling down the court. Pitch to Rokamp. To the cross the Slaughter, takes the three. That couldn't quite go for the Rough Riders. As they still maintain a 14-point lead. As Downhour takes the three. And that's not even close, but Wolf tried to make the hustle play. Couldn't quite get it. Checking in for the Deacons. Nowak and Kleiman.
Great effort by Wolf, but flirts with the line and couldn't quite jump past it without touching.
See if the senior leadership can get these Deacons going with Kleiman and Nowak in the game. Seville tips it out of bounds. Rough Riders will retain possession. You see the replay. Slaughter. Oh, quite a crossover from Slaughter. It's out to Dennis, whose shot doesn't go. Miller with the rebound. Kleiman somehow ends up with the ball. Nowak with the three, and it's good!
Great shot by Nowak. Buries the shot, just what the Deacons need.
Slaughter. To Robertson. Driving. Nice move, but it's fouled. As we see the replay of that filthy crossover.
Amazing move there. I'm surprised that Seville got up so easily.
Yeah. So, Slaughter really demonstrating the handles as Robertson's first free throw doesn't go. With 9:32 left, Robertson will attempt a second free throw.
Shot does not drop.
Robertson cannot make either free throw. Kleiman to Nowak. To Seville. Great defense from Ripplinger. Wolf. To Seville. Who drives and gets the bucket.
Great drop. Great job there. Looked like Seville wanted to do something himself. A little bit of a redemption shot there. Once you
Yeah, I don't think anything can make up for that crossover though. It's a Deacons foul.
Oh, we have another score from the hockey game. The Rough Riders are up 8-0 over South Shanley in the second period.
Real nail biter over at the hockey arena. Kleiman with the ball.
Wolf with a great drop in. Some ballet-like moves by Wolf. That's 12 for him on the night.
Polonice to Ripplinger. To Polonice. To Dennis. And to Miller. It's a height mismatch, but can't to go. Dennis. And he's fouled and one. Great play from Dennis.
Dennis the beast in the middle, dropping it in there, drawing one.
As we see the replay, Dennis will shoot one. That's Nowak's. That's Nowak's second foul. 15th foul of the half. As Dennis's free throw is good. Wolf will inbound for the Deacons. Seville. Thought about the three, gets the over to Seville, who drives. Great
Seville
defense from Slaughter.
Looked to be fouled, but nothing called.
Timeout called with 7:45 left in the game. As we see the replay. Great defense from the Rough Riders.
Great attempt for the steal there. Kleiman forcing the Rough Riders to use a timeout.
Don't forget to join us tomorrow, Saturday, January 13th, as we'll have girls and boys varsity basketball versus Devil's Lake right here on Shanley TV. Coverage begins with the girls game at 3 p.m. with the girls game followed by the boys at 5. To view all of our upcoming broadcasts, go to ShanleyTV.com and click on the upcoming broadcast tab.
Then, of course, January 30th, not 13th, but we'll keep it going here. Those games tomorrow should be good, right, Connor?
Well, yeah, you'd think, that Shanley girls team is really, trying to keep their undefeated season going. Continue that from last year.
I heard that the game's going to have two handsome broadcasters also.
That rumor may be true. We'll find out tomorrow. So what are you looking for in the rest of the game here?
In the rest of the game, I'm looking for the Deacons to try to find a spark here, as they've been down about 10 for the last 8 minutes or so. They just can't quite seem to keep a comeback going. Let's see if they can sustain one here coming off the timeout.
Red River is still hovering one foul away from the bonus. Somehow they've managed to stay away from that for the past about 6 minutes.
Yeah, starting off with a lot of fouls early then, not really touching anyone for the last few minutes.
Polonice to Slaughter for the three. And that rims out yet again for Slaughter as Reynolds with the rebound.
If Slaughter were to start knocking down that long ball, he could be a real problem for the Deacons, as if he wasn't already.
As McKeever drives, can't quite get that to fall. Polonice with the rebound. The Deacons still haven't figured out a way, to stop Slaughter as when he drives, the rim. His athleticism and size too much for the Deacons as Wolf tips the ball out of bounds.
It seems as though their best defense against him has been to just take their chances with leaving him open for that long ball.
The Deacons will actually retain possession as Dennis couldn't quite get the save. Seville with the ball for the Deacons. Still a 10-point game with 6:55 left. The Deacons really need to get something going here. McKeever with the ball to Wolf. To Reinholtz. Can't get the open basket, and Red River will have possession.
Almost pulls down his own rebound. Can't quite stick it.
And Slaughter will inbound for the Rough Riders.
Deacons attempting another full court press.
Dennis with the ball. Slaughter. To Dennis, back to Slaughter. Who drives but is fouled. Looks to be on Seville.
Number 14, Cam Seville, third personal.
That's his third 16 foul.
Slaughter towing the line draws the one on Cam.
His balance is really something to marvel at as Solium has the ball. His shot doesn't go. Wolf with the rebound. Down now for the Deacons. It's to Wolf, who takes the shot from the elbow. Couldn't quite get that as Polynice with the rebound. Slaughter driving. 3 Deacons around him, gets the feed to Paul Miller. Great play from Slaughter. Slaughter really made that play happen, didn't he, Lane?
Of course he did, and that ball swirling around, just dropping in. It's almost a reminder of how there's 5:50 left on the clock. The Deacons' time running out for a comeback. They'll have to get something sparked here soon.
Slaughter now. Out to Solium, who hits the 3 from downtown. Making that Deacons comeback that much more difficult. Seville to McKeever.
McKeever with the patented untucked jersey.
Wolf. Travel's called on 44, Kevin Wolf.
Traveling violation will be refereed for basketball. Checking in for the Deacons, Jake Cava.
Cava's checking in for the Deacons. As is
Crispin also
Crispin.
checking in.
You know, lost possessions like that one for the Deacons, not what they need right now.
Those have been plaguing him a bit all night, Connor, as they're down 15.
Although great play by Seville on defense. Drives and is fouled hard by Slaughter.
That was
As we see the replay, Seville hit the floor pretty hard.
Calls at number 11, Austin Slaughter. That's his first personal.
That's Slaughter's first personal 17 foul of the half.
Seville shooting 2.
Let's see if getting in the bonus can help the Deacons push over that hump of down 15.
Seville's first free throw is good. Yeah, if there's one tool they can use to get back in the game, it is the fact that they're in the bonus now.
Of course, helping them in their last game against North High School, where they shot many free throws and made a heck of a lot of them. They're going to have to make a lot tonight.
As Seville's second also falls, Polynice to Slaughter. Polynice to Dennis, to Solium, to Slaughter, to Miller, has another height mismatch against Wolf, and foul is called on the senior, Wolf.
Number 44, Kevin Wolf. That's his fourth personal. 7-team foul. Shooting the bonus will be Paul Miller. Cody Robertson back in.
That's
for
Wolf's
Red River.
fourth personal,
Checking in for the
17
Deacons,
foul of the
Kevin
half.
Lyman and Zach Noah.
Checking in for the Deacons is Kleiman and Nowak.
Wolf having to check out as they try to save him from fouling out.
Miller will shoot his free throws. And that falls for the Rough Riders as they extend their lead to 14 points with 4:40 left in the game. Miller will attempt the second of the 1-and-1. And the second is good as well. Now
Second
extended
drops
to a 15-point lead. Seville.
That's Miller's 12th point of the night, him with a high-scoring night as well.
Deacons haven't quite found the way to stop him either, as that 1 hour shot is blocked, but foul called on Solian.
Solian disagreeing, but that will get him nowhere.
Calls on number 23, Tanner Solon, second personal 18 foul.
That's his second personal 18 foul.
The refs cannot look at the beautiful Shanley playback, the Shanley TV replays that we have.
Down our attempts to second. And that's good for the Deacons. With 4:28 left, we have a 13-point game. Cava made a great play on defense. Now Downhour. Out to Cava for three. Couldn't quite fall. Nowak with the rebound. Out of bounds on the Rough Riders.
Stripped
As we
as
see
he
the
goes
replay,
up and
great
knocked out.
hustle play by Nowak. Out to Nowak. To Kleiman. To Seville, who takes the three. Off the mark as Miller has the rebound. Robertson's triple team on the press. Great play from the Shanley defense.
It looked as though Robertson had beat the triple team, but poked away by Seville.
We see the replay. Great second effort from Seville. It's the kind of thing the Deacons are going to need down the stretch. With 3:55 left. Cava driving. It's fouled. And with the free throw as well, we'll try to finish the three-point play.
And one. Not afraid to drive, Cava. The Deacons are not dead tonight.
Checking in for the Rough Riders is Polynice. Every point mattering here down the stretch. Cava's free throw rims out. Typically one of the best free throw shooters in EDC. Slaughter with the ball. It's double team now. With Solim. And that's good for the Rough Riders.
Solene has had a hot hand tonight from three. All of his points coming off of it.
Seville. To Cava. Drives. And gets another great finish at the rim.
Another tough one for Cava.
Defense effort again for the Deacons. Timeout taken by the Deacons, and they will have possession coming out of the break as we see the replay.
That's Solene. Yes, Solene has 4 threes on the night. He has been hot from beyond the arc.
That's something the Deacons are going to want to try to, get rid of down the stretch here. That's not something that they want with the Rough Riders increasing the lead by 3 every time they get the ball.
As always, down 12 with 3:09 left on the clock. Connor, what do you think will spark the Deacons here to get that comeback rolling?
Well, this full court press right now seems to be doing the job. They could probably be a little bit more efficient still. From the girls basketball, Shanley defeated the Rough Riders 57-47 up in Grand Forks.
One of the closer games for the Deacons this year.
And low scoring as well as Nowak gets it into Cava. The hook shot is good. Now a 10-point game. Foul called on the Deacons on the press.
It looked to be clean, but the ref does not agree. Foul called.
With 3 minutes left, Slaughter will go to the line for the 1-and-1. That free throw somehow stays in the rim. Slaughter's second free throw is good as well. And with 3 minutes left, it's now a 12-point game. Seems to be another discrepancy with the scoring table.
I have some stats for you tonight. Let's see how my offhand math is. 14 points for Slaughter on the night. 12 for Solom, all off threes. Of course, the Deacons still being led by Wolf, But him with 4 fouls has not been in the game too much, but we'll see him coming back in for a late second push for the Deacons.
Cava driving again. And that rims out. Couldn't quite get the magic to continue. And then he's called for the foul. Crowd seems rather displeased with the call as we see the replay. And Cava fouls out of the game. That's the 19th foul of the half. Not something the Deacons want to see, one of their better scorers. And Slaughter's free throw is good.
Slaughter with a great night tonight, being a true force out in the court.
And the second falls as well. Now a 14-point game with 2:45 left. Quick passing from the Deacons. Nowak with the ball. To McKeever. To Seville, who drives. Great move from the sophomore. Polynice tries to get to the open. Miller can't quite get it there. Downhour now with the ball. Great play from Downhour.
What a play. The Deacons are
Somehow
not
got that
dead.
to fall.
With
Let's see
2:10
the
left on the
replay.
clock, the Deacons are trying for a late comeback.
See if that full court press will backfire. Another reach foul called on the Deacons.
Fouls on number 14, Cam Seville. That's his 5th personal foul.
And Seville will also foul out.
Team foul.
10th team foul.
Dennis will shoot 2.
Will Kenny checking in for the first time of the game.
Number 22, Will Kenny.
With 2:03 left, Dennis will shoot the double bonus. And that shot is good. As is the second.
But foul called.
Fouls on number 12, Shane Downhour.
Fallen Downhour will result in another free throw for Miller.
Not what the Deacons need here.
Not
with
at all.
2:03 left on the clock.
Paul Miller shooting 2.
Next free throw good.
The second is good. Downhour. Driving. It's rejected. Polynice
Comes down.
somehow
the
gets
ball.
the ball back. McKeever with the 3. Can't quite get that to go.
Foul called and a gang of men grabbing for the ball.
Once again on the Deacons.
Rough Riders will be shooting another set of free throws.
With 1:49 left, trying to seal the game.
That last foul was on Red River. Number 13.
Another discrepancy from the refereeing department as it appears that the Deacons will be shooting free throws instead.
That's happened a couple of times tonight.
Not the, wouldn't be the first at all.
Zach Noack at the line, shooting 2.
Nowak has his first free throw.
Carter Roken.
And the second is good as well. 1:49 left. We have a 12-point game. Dennis gets to the Slaughter. Once again, shows off the handles. He drives. And can't get that to fall.
Kleiman coming down with the
Crowd wanting
rebound.
to travel. Nowak gets to Kleiman. Deacons are going to have to score fast. Another charge called on the Deacons. Foul on Downhour, his third. Slaughter.
Oh, Kleiman with the diving attempt for the
Robertson.
ball.
Another interesting call.
Looked to be
Against
clean
the
as he
Deacons.
knocked it away.
You see the replay. Robertson's first free throw is no good. 1:22 left in the game. We have a 12-point contest in favor of the Rough Riders.
The Deacons will have to start relying on the three ball here if they want to come back.
And Kenny gets the rebound. See if Kenny can provide the spark the Deacons need.
The senior does not get the most playing time, but boy does he have heart.
As he'll go to the line and shoot the double bonus.
Will Kenny at the line.
Referee seeming to talk to the captains of the teams, probably telling them to clean it up a bit as they're
Trying
both
to
into double
calm
bonus
down the stretch here, yeah.
with 1:21 left in the game.
Absolutely. So Kenny's first free throw is off the mark.
It's a little bit too much on it.
As is his second. Rokamp with the rebound gives it to Robertson. To Slaughter. Robertson. Back to Slaughter. Taking this time with the ball and is called for the double dribble violation. As the Deacons have another line change, Yagi, Seafelt, and Bird are checking in. And for the Rough Riders, Ripplinger.
Bird bringing the ball up the court for the Deacons.
48 seconds left. McKeever to Seafelt, to Yagi, into Kenny. Quite the move, it's blocked, but Slaughter's called for the foul. And Kenny will shoot free throws with 38 seconds left in the contest as we see the replay.
Austin Slaughter, second personal. Will Kenny shooting 2.
As Kenny's first free throw is off.
In and out, some real close shots, just can't quite get one to drop.
River, Ella Harrison, and Jordan Tompkinson.
And Kenny will attempt a second free throw. And that is again off the mark, but Bird with the rebound. To Seafelt, into Kenny.
Oh, he gets
Circus
one.
shot is in. With 29 seconds left, the Rough Riders will inbound. Erickson. And it looks like the Rough Riders will take their time as Stokes is fouled, or jump ball is called actually.
Alternating possession stays with Red River.
And the possession will stay with Red River as they'll try to wind down the clock here. 18 seconds left. Yet another foul call on the Deacons, this time on Bird.
Matt Bird, that's his first personal. Going to the line to shoot 2, Jordan Tompkinson.
Tompkinson will shoot for the Rough Riders. And the first shot is good from Tompkinson.
First one good. As the game winds down here, Riders up by 11 now with 16 seconds left to play. Now 12. Connor, what do you think that both teams are going to be looking at after this?
Well, I think both teams, they're coming away with something very different. Obviously, Rough Riders came in here with, tied with the EDC standings as Seafeld gets a shot to go. But, for Shanley, they're going to have to, come back next week or next game, which is actually tomorrow, and against a very good Devils Lake team and try to compete with the top tier in the state.
Of course, every game doesn't go your way. Obviously, Rough Riders having a great game tonight. Deacons can't quite get it done. But in basketball, you always have to have a short-term memory. Got some stat leaders for you tonight. Slaughter with a great night tonight, putting up 16 points for the Rough Riders, with some great other contributors also in Paul Miller putting up 14, and also Tanner Solon putting up 12. Rough Riders scoring all over the board. And for the Deacons, getting lots of points all over the board. Kevin Wolf coming out with 12, starting off the game very strong. And also Zach Nowak putting in the work for them, scoring 6. And some smooth moves on the court by Jake Reinholtz. Their leading scorer for the night, Shane Downhauer with 12.
For Connor Smith for Lane Hallock and our entire crew, I'm Connor Smith. The final score from Fargo Shanley. The Shanley Deacons 62, Red River Rough Riders 72. To watch the archived version of this entire game and our other broadcasts, go to shanleytv.com. The preceding has been a presentation of Shanley TV.